Mr. Speaker, I rise to move the motion that this National Assembly confirm the Customs Amendment of First Schedule number 3, Order 2020, which was issued on the 30th of December 2020 and was published in the Official Gazette on the same day. Mr. Speaker, this order is a very simple, yet another very simple item, and one which I expect should be passed very swiftly through this honorable House. Mr. Speaker, this House would recall that in 2008, the members of CARIFORUM, including Guyana, concluded an economic partnership agreement with the European Union, which included a number of provisions relating to market access by both CARIFORUM and the European Union to each other's markets, and preferential access in relation to particular goods and services. As events would have it, sir, the United Kingdom would subsequently, by way of referendum, decide to exit the European Union, an exit that subsequently came to be known universally as Brexit, the exit of Britain from the European Union. Following the decision made in the United Kingdom to exit the European Union, the unavoidable consequence of the United Kingdom no longer being a party to the EU CARIFORUM Economic Partnership Agreement resulted in negotiations and discussions between the UK and the CARIFORUM member states, which led eventually to the concluding of a CARIFORUM United Kingdom Economic Partnership Agreement. That agreement, sir, was concluded on the 22nd of March 2019, and Guyana signed on to that agreement. Having signed on to that agreement, sir, my predecessor issued 2 orders. The first in November 2019 that sought to bring into force the UK CARIFORUM order, the UK CARIFORUM EPA agreement, Economic Partnership Agreement, with effect from the 1st of November 2019. Apparently with the expectation that Brexit would have been concluded and effective on that day. Events in the United Kingdom, of course, had by then moved on, and the United Kingdom continued to be a member of the European Union until its eventual exit on midnight of the 31st of December 2020. During that period, sir, recognizing that the commencement date of the 1st of November 2019 was no longer applicable, my predecessor issued a second order on the 11th of December 2009, repealing the previous order, which, like I said earlier, had an effective date of 1st of November, and indicating that this new order will come into operation on the date on which the United Kingdom exits Brexit. That order, sir, would ordinarily, under the provisions of Section 8 and Section 9 of the Customs Act, would ordinarily have been required to be confirmed in this National Assembly, as the current order is required to be confirmed. But as domestic events would have it, sir, the National Assembly did not sit after that date. Sometime around that time, I believe, in the latter part of 2019, I think towards the end of 2019, if I'm not mistaken, that Parliament was dissolved, which of course led to the 2020 election. and which as a consequence led to the automatic expiry of the said second order issued by my predecessor. It therefore became necessary, sir, for an order to be issued, a new order to be issued, with an effective date matching the effective date of the UK's exit from the European Union, in order to bring into force the provisions of the said UK CARIFORUM agreement. I therefore, sir, had the privilege of issuing this order, which I did, like I said, on the 30th of December. The effect of this order is to enshrine into our domestic legislation the provisions of the UK CARIFORUM agreement that had been signed in March 2019. That agreement, sir, provides a number of trade advantages, or preserves rather, a number of trade opportunities which previously were enjoyed under the EU agreement and now would be enjoyed under the UK agreement. These included access to the UK market for rice, access to for our rice exports, that is to say, access to the UK market for our sugar exports, and other products under the preferential arrangements that had originally been contained in the EU, in the CARIFORUM agreement with the European Union, and which now had been preserved in the UK agreement. Mr. Speaker, this agreement is important, and the coming into force of these provisions, the preservation of these conditions, is important because, of course, the United Kingdom is an extremely valued bilateral partner and an extremely valued trade partner. We have significant trade with the UK, and we export several products. The UK is an important market for our sugar, continues to be an important market for our sugar. The UK is an extremely important market for our rice, particularly cargo rice. We also export significant volumes and values of rum to the UK. Other products that we export to the UK include wood and gold. And so in order to ensure that producers in these sectors continue to enjoy uninterrupted access to the UK market, we issued this order. We see this as an important step to ensure that these sectors continue to enjoy markets for their products. We remain closely engaged with the UK on the subject of continued and potentially enhanced access to their market so that our domestic producers can continue to find welcoming markets for our products. We do, of course, the same, sir, with all of our bilateral partners, as we work actively to ensure that the productive sector of Guyana finds lucrative markets that ultimately will contribute to export earnings for the economy as a whole and earnings for our producers, whether they be in the agricultural sector or other sectors of the economy, all within the context of our agenda for expanded economic activity, our agenda for accelerated economic growth, our agenda for promoting improved incomes and livelihoods for all of the people of Guyana, and ultimately our agenda for improving the well-being of all Guyanese people. That, sir, is the background against which this order was concluded. I don't expect, sir, given that the order seeks to bring into force an agreement concluded in March 2019, I don't expect, sir, any degree of contention, but instead that the order, the confirmation of the order, will enjoy the unanimous support of this Honourable House. Once again, before I resume my seat, sir, might I say that it is very sad that a matter that is so critical as access to the UK market for our sugar and our rice and our rum producers could not enjoy the benefit of unanimous support of the House because our friends on the opposite side elected not to see this matter as being one of sufficient importance for them to be here to add their voice to. Be that as it may, sir, this House and the people of Guyana can be assured that the order will enjoy strong and immediate support from this side of the House. And I hope that the representatives on the other side of the House will equally support the motion to confirm this order. With those brief words, sir, I commend this motion to the House seeking to confirm this order, and I recommend its swift passage. Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker,